Welcome to the full-length conversation with my friend Lauren Mitchell, former missionary that served with me in the New York Syracuse mission. She's a super talented artist that helped me pull off some drawing effects that I frankly don't have the skills to do. She shares some great advice to missionaries on the topic of relying on Christ as we learn new skills. Friendly reminder that these interviews are not trimmed to keep your attention, so feel free to listen on 1.5 or 2 times speed. Without further ado, here's a full conversation. This is my friend Lauren. We both served in the New York Syracuse mission together, and she is epic. She has a lot of epic skills with art, and at the end of my mission, I made this series called the Preach My Gospel in 60 Seconds series, and a lot of people were asking, how in the world did you do all the art effects, the stop motion effects? And I always say it wasn't me, because I stink at drawing. But I had Lauren here, who's really good at drawing. Lauren, give us a little bit of your backstory. How did you get started with art?
I probably have the lamest start of art story that you can possibly have. I was in high school and I needed a class to fulfill a requirement. And I am not a singer and I can't play instruments and I am a sucky actor. And so I took an art class and just kind of fell in love with it. So it worked out really well for me. And I'm very grateful, but not very exciting.
I love it. You got to get those electives and boom, you've stumbled upon it and you still do it to this day.
I do, yes.
That's amazing. And I think the way it kind of all went down, I was making these videos and I was like, I don't know how to draw. And then I was like, Lauren knows how to draw. And we kind of had limited resources. Me on the mission, I had cheap camera equipment and you had your phone, right? How did you do all the drawings?
I actually did them on my phone. Yeah, I didn't have an iPad at the time to work on anything. So we just kind of like, I don't know, you like contact me and I was like, okay, I guess we're going to figure this out. So I did all the art on my phone for this project.
That is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Did you use a stylus at all?
I did a little bit, but only towards the end when I figured out that it was easier. Most of that was just straight up my fingers doing it all. And it was really hard.
That is insane. That is absolutely insane. So I'm going to put on the screen a few of the art pieces that she made for us. They're crazy. I can't believe that she did it on a phone. Before this, had you ever done digital art before?
No, actually, I was all like paper and pencil, like ink. So it was a completely new ball of fuel for me. And I had no idea what was going on. I think I acted really confident. Like you contacted me and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be great. Like it's gonna be so good. I'm gonna be so good at this. And I had no clue what was going on.
I love that you're like sharing this after the fact. That's like so funny. That is so funny because the entire time I was like, "Oh, Lauren's got it. She knows what she's doing." That is really funny. Do you feel like Heavenly Father helped you like through this whole process?
I guess a little bit of a backstory, right? I had just returned home from my mission for medical reasons a little bit early, and I don't know, it was a little bit of a hard adjustment for me. And this was like really an answer to my prayers. Like I was looking for some way to still be involved in the mission field because I missed it a lot. And so when you contacted me, I was like, oh my goodness, like I get to still be involved in missionary work. So I think I kind of got to apply like some of the same skills we were using in the mission field. Like I thought I was like studying for it and praying it for it, like making those like very concentrated efforts to have the Lord help me. Because I was like, honestly, I don't know what I'm doing and I don't know how to take like the kind of like these abstract ideas that they're giving me to work with and turn it into something that we can actually use. So I don't know. It was really cool to see Heavenly Father kind of take on a different aspect of my life and get to help me through that.
I absolutely love that. And abstract ideas is exactly what we gave you. We would literally hop on Zoom meetings. Like these were just short little probably like 20-minute powwow meetings where I was like, okay, I've got this idea. What if like there were prophets and they like moved a little bit? And you're like, how do I make a picture move? And I was like, well, make like, I think 3 different photos that look kind of similar. And you just self-taught yourself. Like you just figured it out on your phone. And they turned out pretty awesome. Like obviously the mission videos, they weren't crazy high quality, but it was something that got the word out. And shout out to you for making this happen because now that video is, I don't know if it's being used in the MTC, but the MTC is posting it. So that's kind of cool. That's crazy. So fun. Well, Any last advice that you would give to just missionaries out there, maybe a missionary that has art experience but doesn't know how to utilize it on the mission, or someone that's honestly, they might have just been called to do social media and they have no clue what they're doing? Kind of like how you were going from regular art to digital art and you're like, I don't know what to do. Any advice or relying on the Lord advice there?
Yeah, I think something just to remember is like just how thoroughly you see the Lord's hand in missionary work, you're going to see it in this aspect too. I think it's kind of scary to switch into something that's new and you're like, I have no idea what's going on, or I don't know what to do with this. Um, and sometimes it takes a lot of trial and error. I remember sending you things and you were like, no, that's not really what we're looking for. And I was like, oh yeah, like that's totally not what we're doing. And it just takes time and effort, but the Lord is amazing and he really wants us to use our talents, use the things that we've been given um to just help the work move forward. And I think a good way to do that is by using your talents, because people relate to that. People love to see what you can do. So a little bit goes a long way.
I love that so much.